All right, I know it's late, so I'm gonna ask you guys to dig deep and do a little audience participation here. Raise your hand if you're a dog person. Raise your hand if you're a dog person. Dog person, dog person, dog, okay. If you're a cat person, a cat lover, raise your hand. All right, cool. So, and then a bunch of undecideds here. I'm a dog person myself. And like many dog people, I'm a little biased, right? I think of dogs as noble and friendly, man's best friend, in fact. And I've always had really mixed feelings about cats, who, by contrast, seem to have a bit of an attitude, a little bit more lazy than a dog. But that was just because I didn't really understand cats. I didn't understand why they lie around, why they seem so tired. It's because they have a secret. They have a special job, not chasing mice, that's their side hustle, but protecting our children against nightmares. And this was something that I only realized once I had my own kids, and in particular Emma here, who's 4 years old. And at the same time that she had this huge leap in her cognitive development at 4, she also had a leap in insecurities and fears and the sort of quality and detail of her nightmares. And as you can see here, 4-year-old can live a kind of a stressful life. And Richard mentioned about the firsts that children go through. So Emma was dealing with a lot of firsts. And these were representing themselves in the form of nightmares that she was having about, let's say, a noodle monster related to the first time using chopsticks. Or a shoe monster related to the first time she had to use laces. First time going to school, losing your backpack. First time at the piano. First time at the toilet. Luckily for Emma, and for all children, we have the dream cats. So the Dream Cats are a team of super-powered kittens. We have Rainbow, who has powers of light and bedazzlement. She's the optimistic cheerleader of the team, a bit of a Pollyanna, can be slightly annoying, but has her heart in the right place. Snowball, who is basically Elsa as a cat, has powers of ice and snow, and plays it cool on the outside, but is a very warm character on the inside. And then finally, we have Starlight as the other member of the trio. He's this irrepressible ball of energy. He leaps before he looks and is full of fire, literally and figuratively. Their mentor, is Shadow. If you've ever watched Marvel movies, Thor, the Avengers, you've seen Odin, you've seen Nick Fury. He's sort of a combination of the two. We kind of refer to him as Nick Furry. Sorry for that, bad pun. But Shadow is the leader of the team who assigns them their missions every night to help children who are having nightmares and are plagued by these troubles and these monsters. The Dream Cats live in this wonderful playground. It's like a cat paradise where they hang out, play with each other, and await the night's orders from Shadow, who comes to visit them in the form of this magic mirror. And this portal is how he not only communicates with the Dream Cats, but also understands what's going on with children around the world and assigns them their mission. In this case, to give you one example of an episode, there's a little girl who's really stressed out about the fact that she's going to be performing in the school play. So the Dream Cats leap through the dream door and enter the dream world of the girl to help solve her insecurities. For most children, a dream world is a wonderful place, a colorful place, and each dream is represented by an island that they jump from freely, from place to place, from dream to dream. But unfortunately, when they're attacked by a nightmare or a nightmare monster, they can become stuck on an island, mired down in this, almost like an escape room. Oh, that's fast. So anyway, a typical episode we have, they encounter the child, they try to find different ways to solve the problem. Ultimately, the cats have some empathetic relationship or memory. In the case of Snowball, she remembers when she herself had this trouble performing, fell down, embarrassed herself, but ultimately realized through that process that falling down is no big deal. And she actually does a dance called It's Fun to Fall, where she teaches the girl about the fact that making mistakes can actually be part of the fun. They do a dance together, and the girl helps solve her own problem. They also realize that what they thought was a stress, which is eyes on them, are actually people who are supportive and just curious. In the case of these monsters, maybe even nervous for the girl. So the creatures come out, they join in, and we finish in a nice song and dance number to wrap up an episode. We have a crack team of unpaid interns, who are actually quite expensive, who are helping us with story development. And our target market is kids 4 to 6. We have an attention to young adult females for the kawaii factor and market position, blah, blah, blah. Final request, stop thinking that bad. Second request. We don't have the money Ryder has, we're not billionaires, so if you want to help us out, give us a holler. Thank you.